Good morning, I'm Pat Coyle. I'm a paramedic firefighter for the City of Sparks. I'm also on the tech team. Today we're going to discuss how to properly put a patient in the SKED. All right, first step is we're going to take it out of the bag, we're going to lay it out. Down here we're going to have our feet. The most difficult part of the SKED is actually just get it unwound. We're going to bring our victim over here, or if we had somebody on a backboard, we're going to lay down with our head facing that way. So one thing to always consider when we're loading somebody in a SKED is that we want to have a helmet or even a ball cap just to keep this from coming down and hitting them. So with this, we're going to slide our patient down, just try and scoot down. Perfect, just like that, just a little bit. Beauty. This is our drag strap, so we're going to want this out. Okay, so one of the first things we're going to do is we're going to get our horizontal haul strap, which is this piece of 11 mil rope. You're going to find the middle of it. We leave ours pre-rigged. In the middle, we're going to tie a figure 8 on a bite. And if we needed to find these first overhand knots, we're going to go ahead and hold the 8 in our hand, come down to our elbow, and we're going to have them. We're using these for our equalizing knots. Okay, we're going to come to the head, and we're going to go through these 2 grommets at the very top. Going to go all the way. Sorry. The whole point of these is we're going to do another overhand knot on the inside. So this is how we keep it equalized. So in here, just a quick overhand, and I'll do one on that other side. Because we can do this to where the beauty of the SKED is we can do this as a vertical haul or a horizontal haul. So straight up or flat. This is another tool that is very light, very flexible, can be used for many things. Rather than trying to carry people up uneven ground, you can literally, so that's all we did. We used these knots to make these knots pull equally. We're looking for roughly a 35-degree angle. That's the optimum pulling angle. So when we come through here, our next goal is we're going to run through this next grommet right here, all the way down. So the one thing that we don't want to do that is a no-no, we don't want to cross over here. We don't want to, it's called barber pulling. And the whole thing we don't want that for is it's going to rub, right? That could be a life safety hazard. So when we run this through, it comes through, and then if you look through the handles, we're going to run it through the webbing of this handle. The handles are considered a rated point, but it also helps for if we're dragging this through brush and stuff that our rope doesn't get caught, okay? From there, we're going to go in, out, back through the outer parts of the handle, and then back in here, okay? And then down through the feet. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So if we're tying this with a team, the big thing is just mirror the person on that other side, but you're always, just like when we're doing a trauma assessment, start from head to toe and work our way down, and we're always looking for if something's different or something, you know, if we're in a hurry, sometimes things can happen, but you always just want to, you go head to toe 3 times when we're setting this up fully. So it's very quick, but you have plenty of time to reassess what you're doing. All right, all the way down. Now we're going to go up here, straddle the patient. Go ahead and just put your arms across your chest if you want to. There you go. So we're going to put the chest strap across him. Nice and tight. Always mind our slack, okay? Next one. So if we have a patient, if we're using this in wildland or anything else, if they have their extra gear, you can always put it down by their feet. If you have oxygen tanks, anything like that, perfectly acceptable to put it in here, right? If we have a patient on the cardiac monitor because we extricated somebody else, put all that in here. No sense carrying it. One more thing that can get dropped. And we're going to come down to the feet, right? So this is our second time. We talked about head to toe. This is our second time going all the way to the feet. We're gonna turn around. We're gonna fold this up. So we can go toes in or toes out. So if we're dragging this up, doing Laro or even something vertical, it's more comfortable to have the toes out, but if we have brush or rocks that could grab that, we want toes in. The problem with toes in, if you have somebody in there for more than 20 minutes, their hip flexors, they're gonna start being in a lot of pain. So that's just another one of those, and you can always change it when we stop, reassess, we adjust the loads, the system. It's just another one of those, it's not, we don't wanna just set it and forget it. Think about what we're doing and why we're doing it. So do that, and then same thing. We want that nice and tight. So his feet are coming down on this. So he's fully encapsulated all the way down. All right, so we're gonna go for the third time to the top. We're gonna go up here. This, we talked about this. This is our drag strap to where if we just needed to drag him, we're gonna move this around, we could just pull on this. But we're gonna actually be hoisting him or hauling him. So we're gonna adjust our nylon. Goes over his head just like that. Now we're just gonna take this. We're just gonna come out of the way. Literally just do a round turn. And a couple half hitches. That just keeps it out of the way, okay? So now we're back here. We're gonna straddle our patient because we can work this simultaneously. We're gonna give it a pull, pull, pull. And like we talked about, we're reassessing. Number one, we're talking to our patient. We're gonna make sure that if they have any change in mentation or anything like that, but we're looking symmetrically at both of these sides to make sure we don't have any wrapping, that we have all the buckles, that nothing, if we need to. And you can see how much slack we're getting out of this. We're gonna do that. We're gonna come down here, give it a good tug. The final knots that we need to know down here are a square knot with overhands. Square knot and an overhand on either side. It's our backup safety. Make sure that we always have those nice and tight right there. Follow that locking bar. We don't want potential in our knots. That's what allows them to get loose. Then we always want to mind our slack. I'm a big fan of just in through here. One less thing to get caught up on the rocks. Okay, so right now, we could come to the head. If we had a system to haul him vertically, we could literally clip into this and start hoisting. Whether we're doing it with an aircraft or we're doing it with an aerial behind us, ready to go vertically. But let's say, or if we're dragging him up, if we're on Laro, same thing, we're just gonna clip into this. We're gonna leave him on the ground and we're gonna just let it go over the ground. The whole point of this is not having to carry the system. It does not hurt the patient. If they do have a spinal injury, yes, you still can put a spine board on them, but it does not hurt. Yeah, Zero rode it for 300 feet up through big boulders, okay? So let's say we need to do horizontal. We have two straps right here. One is slightly longer than the other. The shorter one still has the stenciling that says head strap. Big thing to remember is if it's worn off, the shorter one goes at the head, okay? So what we're gonna do is if right here, there's two different sets of holes. You can use these or these. Just make sure you're using the same ones, okay? So if we needed to do a horizontal haul with our patient, we're gonna log roll them over. And you guys just saw how easy it is to manipulate the patient in one of these. So that's the beauty of it. Bring it back over. We're gonna pull them back to our side. We're gonna pull there, pull there. So for obvious reasons, we don't leave horizontal haul straps in this because if we drug with those in there, right, we'd be damaging our strap. That would be ruining our life safety ability. And then through here. The nice part of these is they're self-equalizing. It's very easy. If you need to adjust your patient while you're attending the patient, you can literally slide that to the side, up and over objects and around. Very easy. All right. So you can do it with one combined one, right? It's where we have one haul point. If we were being hoisted with a helicopter, just like this, that's all you got to do. You just want to make sure that you're nice and equalized, ready to haul, right? We'd put a tag line on it. We're ready to go. If we're going to hook it to the bucket of the truck, we have the 2 anchor points up above. Get another rated carabiner, use the Black Mamba, and we can run these separately. It's just about the perfect distance for the truck. Now you don't have to worry about having a tag line. Nothing's going to swing on you. Patient's perfectly safe. That's the very basics of the SKED. So like I said, we can do horizontal, or if we're lifting like this, we can do a vertical straight up. If we're going to use it, or somebody's over the side of the road, we have a firefighter injured in wildland. Package them. You don't need the horizontal haul straps. We can pull it right up like that, and literally you can just drag somebody down the road. Like I said, don't do it over the rocks with those. I'm FAO Coyle. If you have any questions, reach out to the training division. Thank you for your time.